Right, I'm just doing a quick vid on how to set up Tekno Parrot for Hyperspin and for my Hyperspin systems. I know a lot of customers have been raging about getting Tekno Parrot on their systems. It wasn't something I was going to do soon because I thought it was going to be a right pain in the ass, but it's been more simple than I thought it would be. I went here to arcadebunks.com and I downloaded these two files, Hyper PC Techno Parrot Emulator Setup 1.1 and then the Redome Hyper Pi PC Edition unofficial add-on Techno Parrot Redome, and that had all the ROMs and stuff. So I haven't tried the update 2. I believe there's an update 2 somewhere on the site. It's to update, that's it, version 2 PC edition, yeah, blah blah blah. So I haven't tested that one yet. I'll take a look at that at some other point. Um, the way I've done this and the way I will be finishing it off is you won't have to download this. You can go off what I show you now, and do it yourself. Saves you waiting on me uploading the update to the Google Drive and the media. You can add your own stuff. But for those that want it simple, click quick copy and paste, and then download the ROMs themselves. Go and get the actual game ROMs themselves, and then just download this and add everything in the folder they wish to add it in. So then, what you get is you get a couple of folders. I've named in the Techno Parrot. You get that one off the setup files, which is the emulator. I've dragged the emulator over, and in that emulators folder, the I've renamed the Techno Parrot, and then added in emulators. Then we get all this, and then inside here is a few extra bits and pieces, config files which you don't really need. Menu art possibly. That's a video. The snap folders are video folders. Rocket launcher is important. What you do is copy that over to rocket launcher modules in PC launcher. So there should be one. There should have been one called Sega Ring in there, but I've dragged it over. Rocket launcher modules, PC launcher, I believe, and then it should be Sega Ring. Now then, copy. What you do to start with is copy that Sega Ring folder. Once you've dragged the emulators folder over into emulators, and then obviously you got your game files, your games, ROMs and everything ready. Go into Arcade, Hyper HQ, and then you'd add a new menu. You'd call it, paste that name in, Sega Ring. Then you'd add add the wheel menu, and then you would get these settings. Obviously, have it on hyper launch, have PC game disabled, which it is going to launch as a PC game, but within Rocket Launcher. And we'll close that down. I always seem to have it open on Windows 10 when I close it down, but for some reason it actually has this time. Right, so Hyper HQ is closed. And then you need to create a database. You need to create a database for it to be recognized in Rocket Launcher. So I'd have that. You can create your own. I used ROM XML. I named it obviously Sega Ring, wherever it is. So I had a folder in there called, I created a Sega Ring folder. Then I created an XML database from, if we take a look, go to database, go to Arcade, used Hyper ROM to XML. right? And the basic setting of that is if you have the games folder, and then you have your Tekno Parrot. I've called the games as Tekno Parrot games, um, not Sega Ring, which I should have just called it Sega Ring, to be honest. So I have all the games in there. Well, not all the games, but some of the games that I've just added as a database for the test. All these text documents are named as short abbreviations of the game. I don't know what the purpose of it is. I might just rename them all to the actual game names, create a database around that, and create the game names around that. But this is how I've done it. So you've got that there would then recognize text files, and then it rename them in the XML. It'll create a database of them text files in that XML. Right, so pretty basic. You'd click go, it'd create that database, and then that database would be there. So if we wanted to add a game, let's go with something that I think should work. ID7, which is initial D, arcade stage 7. Drag and drop that over. Go to arcade, go to ROM to XML, create that. You can drag all these over and create the XML file. I've only done this as a test. I've only done like a couple as a test because I didn't want to add them all and have to remove them all if it didn't work and all that crap. So now then, we go to the emulators folder quickly, and this is where it gets a little bit of a pain, but not too much. This is why I never done it in the first place, because I knew it would be a pain in the ass, but it's not. It's actually was a lot easier. It took us, what, 10-15 minutes to suss it out and get the games loading last night. Had to do some controller configs and stuff. So I've created a bat file, which if you get the files from your Google Drive, they'll be on there. The bat files will be in that folder. Just give us a couple of days to compile it all, get the menus going, and then I'll upload the links. So then, as for the bat files, it's just a simple copy and paste. That's a command file line. So D drive, CD, emulators, Tekno Parrot UI.exe, and direct it to the profile. Now that profile's CC, right? And we have just added ID 7, I believe. Just double check. Games, Tekno Parrot. Yes, so ID 7. So we need to copy that, paste it, rename it to ID7, and then edit that ID7, and then just between that equals and the .xml, just type in ID7 or the name of the game. Like I say, you should be able to go in and change all the game names to the actual official game names. File and save that. So if I just quickly show you in the database, because I haven't fully compiled the database yet, we've created it for the games and stuff like that. But you can add more information to the database, which I'll be adding. Just if we drag this along. So Ford Racing, FR is Ford Racing, CC is Chaos Code, ID7 is initial D, so you could add that in the description. Initial D6, blah blah blah, whatever the name of the game is, initial D7, blah blah blah. Let's Go Island, you would put that in the description. The name in the media and everything's got to stay the name of whatever the extension is you're running. So obviously they're called ID7 ID. So I'm basing it off that. I might go in later and change it, see if I can change all the official names and stuff. So once you've done that, I know it's taking a bit longer, but it is a lot quicker. just create, even if you go all in at once, go in the emulators folder, go into the Tekno Parrot folder, drag all your games over and create bat files for each and every one of them fucking games, every one. And all them games on the profiles, it creates profiles of all them games in there. So CC is Chaos Code, stuff like that, King of Fighters, you know, all that stuff's there. So you just got to create the bat files for each one of them games that you have that's going in your games folder. So go to Rocket Launcher, and obviously the first time you load it up in Rocket Launcher, unless you're doing it from the direct from the website files, then you'll have to obviously have the modules in the module folder. You will have to then there's a couple of things that you've got to change, which I'll show you in a second. Sega Ring. Right, go into Sega Ring, do an audit of the games, they'll all come up as red. We'll have recognize ID7s there. Because the modules have been combined already, see, it wouldn't work this way. I had it this way, it wouldn't work, games wouldn't load, stuff like that. That's why I've created a bat file. Loads in great, exits great. Now then, if you look at CC, we notice it's directed to the bat file and that there's no parameters and it's set to win close application, right? I'm not sure if that, I might just set that to default. I'll try it. If not, it might be win close wait app exe, stuff like that. I'll change the settings, fully test it, etc. So ID7, the parameters will have to come off. Just take them off, don't need them. Direct that, direct to the exe file, but to the bat file. So you go to D drive, arcade, emulators, Tekno Parrot, and it would be the bat file you created, ID7. Link it to that. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Now then, I'll get that out the way for the moment, and then we'll go into the emulators folder, and then we'll run Tekno Parrot UI. Now it's initial D7 that we need to find on the games list. So initial D7AAX. Now you go into game settings, and in the link up there, because when you download it from the Arcade Punks website, it's set up for Hyper PC, ROMs, Tekno Parrot, blah blah blah, but it's set to H drive. Now we need to redirect that to the actual ROMs, right? Which we're already in that folder, initial D6. No, we're in initial D6, so we'll move over to initial D7. I think that's me. 2 moments. Hello. Right, that was a customer ringing about a custom arcade. As you can tell, I'm bloody busy. Right then, where were we? So then, we're directed to the Tekno Parrot games folder in arcade, D drive, arcade, Tekno Parrot, then initial D7 AA. Now you need to take a note of the actual exe file, which is initial D7 and it's a dumped. So we need to direct it to that there, and then save settings. The XML was created. We'll go in here a second. because on some driving games, the wheel access, when you set the control, for some reason the controller's on setting up on, yeah, I think it's because I've got my Xbox One pad plugged in and my Xbox 360 and interfering with each other, because I'm using the headset through the Xbox One controller to record this video. My wonderful voice. So then, you would set, that's how you would set your input mapping. You'd go in there. I'd have a pre-configuration of them with the Zinmo controllers or Xbox 360 controllers. I think will probably be best. But fighting games would have to be the arcade sticks, I think. There's emulation settings. I think you change it for direct input to X input. I think it's because just interfering with each other. But we'll close that. When I go to load the game, it's going to tell us that Tekno Parrot's still open. It's there because it's, even when I try and load that, it doesn't close properly until you close it through the bat file. So then, make sure, like I say, the game location. Oh, that's the wrong game. You'd have to go to your initial. You'd have to go to your game, which is initial D77A, 7A, whatever. You directed D drive arcade games Tekno Parrot initial D, right? And you'll do that for every game. Just do, even if you copy your ROMs over, load the emulator up and direct it to all them games that you have on there, all them ROMs. So same with this. I think this is already D drive arcade, yeah. But a couple of them won't be, and I've got to add them games. So make sure the game location is set for each one of those games, and then your bat file will recognize that, recognize the location, and go direct to the game and load all them settings up, and the game should work perfect. So we'll do a test. This will flag up that it's not closed down.
Loading complete.
Oh no, it hasn't. So it's just calling us a liar because it's done it every other bloody time. You just wait, let the game load. Obviously once all your controllers are configured, obviously I'll have all these notifications blocked as well. So you would just wait while the game's loading. It's because I clicked off onto another folder. So the game loads. I'll retest that in Hyperspin. So we've got some controllers to config. So we haven't got the controller set up on this one yet. We'll close it down, escape, and then some games will have to like exit method, load method, which is wait exe, stuff like that. I've explained that in a video before. Just if it doesn't work well, just make sure you close everything down first, then go back into test, because things in the background can mess it up. So give it a restart or something, then load up Hyperspin, and then give your game a test. So what I'll do is I'll close this down. I'll give Hyperspin a run, even though I can't stop the video and do that. So it's possible I might get a glitch of some sort. I'll show you where the wheel art is as well within the file systems you downloaded from Arcade Punks. I'll also create them. You can create the menus yourself in that. If not, I'll create the menus. You can download them off my Google Drive. Let's show kiosk.
Loading complete.
Like I say, just wait for the game to load. Don't go bashing arcade buttons and stuff. So as you can see, I've already set the control up on this.
Phase 1 Fight!
So then, that's it. What I'll do is I'll quickly show you in the 4 files I downloaded. Game test. So then, in the setup Hyperspin PC crap, you don't need. Yes, if you go into the ROMs folder, it actually has all the names of the shortcuts of the ROMs themselves, and you can drag them in. You have the wheel art. I don't know why they're in there in the ROMs folder, but you actually have the wheel art there. Must be a Hyperspin PC thing. If not all the wheel art is there, there's another compile of the wheel art, and you can download them all online. There's the snaps, there's the videos. So you can add them into your media folder, your Hyper, your Tekno Parrot, and Sega Ring, Sega Ring, images, wheel, add your wheel art in there, and then video for your snaps folder. I don't know why it's called snaps. It must be a Hyper PC thing. Obviously make sure your module, which I've already dragged over, which is called Sega Ring in the modules, is in the rocket launcher modules PC launcher. So which is located rocket launcher modules PC launcher, and then it's located in there. I've already located it in there. It'll be in there. Drag it over to there. I'll copy and paste it, probably keep it back up. So then, I've got a ring edge theme to add. Sega Ring Sega Ring theme. So if I add that now, and just to show you how it's usually compiled, I downloaded this off Hyperspin FE, is it? Website. Let's have a look. Media, and then there should be Sega Ring. But I do usually create my own on some systems. So you get the templates all there on the drive, my drive. Sega Ring. We're bloody too busy talking. Sega Ring. No, it'll be main menu. Main menu. Sorry. So for the Sega Ring front end system, let's have a look at these files. What I'll do is, because I don't like that there, I'll add the theme, main menu. Right, so Sega Ring, I'll add the theme. I haven't seen the theme yet, so I don't know what it looks like. I'll also add the video. Media video. So I'll add the MP4. And then I think I'll use that one. I think I'll use that one, but what I'll do is I'll create a wheel art with that now. So if I go into my themes folder with my templates, wheel art, and then I'll drag that one over, and then I'll right click that, open that up with Photoshop, and open up the wheel template, and I'll just create a quick, simple copy. Make it look like it stands out a little. Not too sure, but I'll save that anyways. I'll save that and use that, and then I'll change it at another date. But just as a quick, it looks alright. I mean, it's readable. So I'll go to File, Save As, save it as a PNG, and then I would call it Sega Ring, and I'll just overwrite that. Oh, it's not one. It's just right. File, Save As, PNG, Sega Ring. Okay. Okay. Now then, I need to copy. I'll just copy it. Copy that and paste it into Arcade, Media, Main Menu, wherever it is, Main Menu, Images, Wheel, and then paste. So that's in there. So when we go to Hyperspin, Arcade, load Hyperspin, we should now have a nice new wheel art theme. It's calling us liar. Let's go in. It might want us to go in and exit out. The media's working. The isn't. Right, let's take a look at that file. Media, main menu. Images, wheel. Ah, that's why. Right. That's what we had wrong. See, the name's always got to be exact. So, Sega Ring, go back. Now that should, unless it wants to call us a liar, that should have the wheel art. There we go. The menu is okay. Menu's not the best one. It works. I'm quite excited to have it working because there's some good games that I've seen on here. Like I say, also let's put something else in.
Loading complete.
Like I say, I'm in the middle of test period anyways with this. I'm going through, checking, making sure everything loads in okay. If it doesn't, then I'll go in, change some settings, come out, and then go back to it. Then obviously the controller configs with a few of the systems, few of the games. I know there's steering wheel games which it'll only set the steering axis, and it's not working. So it's my first time since last night ever using Tekno Parrot properly. So I'm in that stage of wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? What's the config? Because there's always little bits and pieces, but I'm sure someone will tell us online exactly how to set up the controls properly. I mean, the fighting game seem okay to add. I also added gun movements for the gun games. Them seem to work really well in that. So yeah, that works. It loads in. I'll add the reloads, I'll add the themes, the menus, and then complete that. In the database, just like I say, I think I ran past this, so that was in the other video I messed up, but I'll just double check. Sega ring, and then your database, so database Sega ring, and then in the description I will call that chaos code, and you can name all your descriptions as what you want. So if I go to arcade games, Tekno Parrot, and then call that chaos code there, and just give that its name, and then you can file save that. Like I say, I could probably name them all chaos codes, name them by the proper names and then abbreviations, because they're running from the bat file. Shortcut, it doesn't matter what you call them. So yeah, as long as the database created is linked to that bat file, then it doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it anything you want. But I might do that at a later date. I don't know. I'll just quickly check this, make sure it's changed that description of the game. So we'll go to ringway. Yeah, there we go. Chaos code. So it doesn't matter. CC, BT, NWA. You know what I mean? It's as long as you change that description to the name of the game, I mean, you'll get it come up, and the wheel will tell you what it is as well. So, there's a few more games to add. What's the wheel of? About 10 more games, I think, to add. I imagine it all work. They seem to load perfectly great from the bat file. Loading perfectly. So I haven't come across any issues yet. Maybe loading issues when I've loaded Tekno Parrot UI up, and then it asks to close it, but then just restart it, and then once it's all set up, it should be working in and out perfectly fine. It's only because you're going into the actual emulator folder, opening up Tekno Parrot, and then selecting the Tekno Parrot UI and opening that up, and it doesn't close down right. So if you want to set it up yourself, you can do like I've just shown you. Download all the files from there, from Arcade Punks, and if you want to try version 2, if you've got the time to sit there and fuck around, and it's also got media, I think. So no, that's not version 2. Version 2's there anyways of Tekno Parrot. There, Tekno Parrot update project for yeah. So I haven't tested that yet. You can go out and test it yourself if you wish. I will be testing it because I'm now excited of getting this stuff working spot on. I've avoided it lately just because I knew it was meant to be a pain in the ass, but it's actually quite simple. So that's my way. That's my method. Show how the people use this method. But whoever set this up, it doesn't work that way. I mean, these exe files don't load within Rocket Launcher very well unless there's a setting I'm missing. But the bat file does, works perfectly. So that's my setup. That's what I do. I'll be uploading them to the Google Drive when I've completed it, with the media, with everything else other than the ROMs. You'd have to go and download your ROMs from Arcade Punks if you wish. So go and see them for them files. Just because I haven't got room on my Google Drive, I would upload them, and I'd give you an FTP link or whatever to thingy, but I just haven't got the time as well. Unless you send your bloody drive to us, it's easier that way. So that's how you do it. We'll have offers at the moment, currently on arcade builds, super duper savings, and as you all know by now, my machines are fucking beautiful. I put a lot of time and effort into getting them looking perfect for the customers. Fully custom design, custom fan grills, custom speakers, grills, custom dust covers, and other modifications I do, because I've done PC modifications and console modifications for years. That's where my talent and that comes into building big and beautiful machines. So they're all on offers. I've got 3 terabyte with GTX 1060 graphics cards, the pinball button layouts, and then the frontal amp install for the price of the normal 3 terabyte Hyperspin setup. Same with the 8 terabyte. 8 terabytes on the normal price of the 8 terabyte setup with the added extras. We're also doing an £850 stand-up unit. Postage in the UK is £150 for our stand-ups because of 1.5 meters of weight and everything. We've got to put them on two pallets. We lay it on the 2 pallets, all boxed up and everything, wrapped in cardboard and bubble wrap and like baby proofed and all sorts, bomb proof. So we'll lay it down so it's not stood up in the truck, it's not getting bashed around side to side, you know what I mean? It's laid on 2 flat heavy pallets, or big stand-ups, and same as our little units, all strapped to the pallet, with heavy duty cable ties, not cable ties but them hook ties, with like cardboard layer of in a layer bubble wrap and everything, so they're all really packaged well. I mean, you can't avoid damage with some couriers. Some drivers are fucking assholes. Sometimes that can't be avoided, so I always try and add insurance on the sending of the unit, but I expect the customer to be responsible for that. If they don't want to pay the extra insurance or whatever, then it's entirely up to them. I mean, I try and factor in insurance with the delivery, always try and factor it in, to UK especially, but if it's outside the UK it can start getting expensive. I mean, I've had a lot of inquiries for the US. I'm going to have to end this video. That's a customer calling. I will catch you soon. Bye.